Well, look who's here already. Hey, Sugar Britches. Hello. Hi, sweet cheeks. Good to see you. I hope that's Natalia I'm talking to that came in the room. I'm over here on my terms of endearment. Sugar Britches, sweet cheeks, honey bear. Hi, Natalia. Oh, you think I'm talking to you? There's this guy. I'm naked. I don't have my... Hi. Okay. Hello. How are you? How you doing? Okay. Hi, buddy. Yes. Hello. Hello, Bubba. Hello. Just please keep your cat hair out of my drink real fast. Just let me just hang on. I made eye contact with him and he's been all over me ever since. I caught him staring at me from around the corner. I was like, what are you doing being weird in the dark around the corner? And he's been all over me. There he goes. The moon looks orange. We're very overcast where I'm at right now. There was a massive storm up where my job is, but luckily I left at like 4:00. I get off early enough to kind of beat the traffic because Lord help me. If I leave at 5, forget about it. It takes me an hour to get home. It generally, that's the word. Generally, it takes about between 30 to 45 minutes, no matter where you're going. It just is because it's so packed here. There's always construction everywhere because it's just bursting at the seams and so many people. But anyway, I can't see the moon. I'm so glad you're happy I'm here. I'm glad you're here as well. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. How are you, sweetie? How you feeling from the candle? From the burning? How you feeling? Do you feel it? Feel weird? Do you feel, is it like an emptiness or is it like a shift? Weird is so vague. Okay, I figured as much. It's kind of this acceptance because you are in tune with the intention of going ahead with the process, and you've done steps and measures to basically solidify it, So these steps and measures is basically taking steps away from something. It's the equivalent to, packing your boxes and booking the moving truck and signing a lease somewhere else. You've already committed to departing from where you were and already, getting ready for where you're going, which is somewhere else. Get it? So there's this sadness, of course, that you've been carrying for so long that's been attached to this entire thing because it's been a roller coaster. But there's been triggering moments that have shown you, up until this point that there's these consistent pings on your sensitivities, on your boundaries, on your self-respect. There's all kinds of things that are just, you're taking hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. There's only so much that you can do until you're just sick and tired of feeling basically, sick and tired. Pretty much, you're tired of feeling that. And you're kind of uninterested in chasing Just go somewhere else, buddy. Chasing what was, because there's been so much effort to attempt to resurrect what was. And since that can never be again, because let's face it, it's very difficult to go to those beginning stages or to hold on to that momentum for ever, for always and forever. Unfortunately, I know I should. This she miss you. I get it. I wonder that also, but in the same breath, I'm so pissed and I'm so annoyed that I almost feel like the intention behind me specifically, I don't know if you feel the same way, but me specifically wondering that is just kind of like almost a like, good, I hope you do, is kind of the asterisk that goes along with that. If they miss you, I wonder if they miss me. And then you're almost thinking, good. It's like you've had time. You had chance after chance after chance. We tried and we tried and we tried. There's, no movement. So you should, it's that Halsey song, You Should Feel Sad. I love that song. I jammed the crap out of that after many a breakup. Yeah, I jammed the crap out of that. And I sing it with everything I got. What's funny is when I sing, my pets come and crowd around me. My cat will get on me and love and rub on me when I'm singing. And my dog will sit there next to me and like lean on me. It's so weird. I'm like, is it bad? Is it good? I don't know. You are such a turd. She always pushes her dish out. I know you heard that. That's the guinea pig. I'm sassy too. I'm sassy too. Don't forget about me. I'm a little bee in your bonnet also, Missy. I know. I was thinking that today. I was like, I got 3 expensive, hungry piggies. All 3 of them are pigs, not just one. And she's not even a pig. She's a micro cow. It never stops eating. It's always eating. I've got the King of Cups. This is a very emotional King of Cups. This particular one, you see how dark blue that is? Hi, Delaney. How are you, love? What time is it where you are? I do these my Friday night pop-ons in concentration of my overseas people. Over the sea, under the sea. I think Natalia left. I got on like at 8 o'clock and like 47 seconds or something like that. I am so happy about that. I gave everybody over there ample opportunity to kind of have, you've had your morning and here I am before you go start your day. Perfect. Good. I can be a part of a day where I'm not taking away from your responsibilities or getting you in trouble. Lord, help me. I don't want to get y'all in trouble. I know how it is. I'm supposed to be focusing. Good. How are you? You doing okay? It says Aries, Miss Lisa. Interesting. The world came out and turned upside down. So that's unclosed cycles. That's not having closure on this. There's a lack of closure here, a real lack of closure. But we do have the Chariot card. That's with everybody just, moving on, getting over this and moving on. But there is definitely an unclosed cycle here. There's an obvious energy connection between the both of you. So obviously, this is the bond you feel. This is the vacancy of something that was. You know what I mean? This, because that's the moments whenever we're replacing what was with something else. And so there is that feeling. So I'm seeing it gone. Hi, Grace. How are you, love? Good to see you. Yay. See, my Friday night, your Saturday morning, I knew that would be a good thing. I can have a high likelihood of catching y'all. I don't know. I was very surprised to not see his stuff on here. So, yeah. Dear Frederick, he is gone. Regularly gets Saturday morning blues. I like that you're not at work, at least. Overthinking and need to stop it. Yeah. You went and got your hair blonde? Oh, I want to see that. Congratulations. I'm always curious if y'all really do have more fun. So you let me know how it goes. I want a full report. I did it once. It was not fun to get there. It was not fun process for this to go blonde, but I've done it. I've done it once. It was very hard on my hair. My hair was very upset. It was all dry and brittle and like burnt, and yeah, you know how, yeah, that colored hair is, it's, I don't know. I'm glad I don't do it anymore. That's me personally. Oh, it's not. Girl, it's been cutted. I got my hair cut and I told her I wanted it to here. So of course it's to here. I went with somebody new. Yeah, he's roaming around hunting for food. They all are. She's here. She's already been out. I've emptied her completely. So this is just everybody just begging. I've just fed the guinea pig and she threw her empty dish out of the pen. I just gave her a big old mountain of a salad. And when she's done, she throws this on the floor. Thanks. Chunks it on the floor. Now she's onto the hay bale, eating her hay bale. Little ungrateful cow. It wasn't 1 inch. There's Natalia. Hello, darling. When did you went blonde before, Lisa? Did I see that? Same here when I saw that, Lisa? Yeah, big, beautiful crow in your mother's yard. I love crows. Crows are my messengers. Yes, absolutely. Crows are my messengers. When crows are cawing, I listen for that. Okay, so if it's 3 or less, then I need to be aware. I need to be on alert. They're kind of warning me that the energy's off today. There's a disturbance in the force, right? So if it's 3 or less, my crows are telling me there's a disturbance in the force. If it is 4 or more, never fear. It's going to be a great day. Everybody's singing. There's lots to report. There's lots of going on. Plenty of energy to attach to. The world is your oyster. That's how I communicate. Yeah, there she goes. Noise. And she's off. Overcast here as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been raining. Hello, darling. How are you, Natalia? How are you doing, love? Let's see here. You got highlights, and then after a while, your hair turned blonde. Yeah, it can do that. The highlight after highlight after highlight after highlight. If they're not following the same pattern, eventually there's a takeover. And so then you'll have just the new growth, but then you'll have basically like a biolage here, and then you'll have like a high and a low light. That'll happen throughout the hair, especially because whatever's up here lightens differently, and then what you have grown out, if they are going back over what you've already gone light on, they're pulling even more pigment out, so it goes even lighter. So then you have all these different tones and all these different levels in one head of hair. So if you're doing highlight after highlight after highlight, if they're not following any specific type of pattern, or they don't have any sort of like rhythm to it, then yeah, it can take over easily. But it's fine. It can be pretty. The patterns are just for like doing something and then doing a change later and then doing something different, which a lot of people do. A lot of people go into the salon and do something different, and then they come out different. And then they go in, I want to do something different. They do something different. That's the beauty of hair. I always get to talking about hair, y'all, but I like it. I'm okay with it. I talk about hair all day. Summer belief around particular birds in New Zealand. Nice. You do. Fantastic. Overdue for a regrowth touch up. Visiting your home hairdresser next. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to we hired a new person at the store, and I'm pushing for him to be manager. And he and I have become like thick as thieves. Like, we get along like a house on fire. We get along so good. And he reminds me of this other manager that I used to work with, but he became a manager. We were friends first. After he became manager, though, he divorced his husband. He quit being gay and started gay bashing. And I was like, who are you? I don't agree with anything you're saying. Nothing. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know why you're saying it. I don't like it. And then we started clashing. And then we weren't friends anymore. And eventually I ended up getting fired from that job because I couldn't take off, like, what was it, like 5 minutes off of my haircuts. Now where I'm at, they're like, we love your work. We don't care if you go longer. We have a button to charge for it. It's okay. Do what you got to do. You're making art. We love it. You can charge for it here. And I'm like, okay. And then I charge for it. And I feel guilty. And they're like, okay. I'm doing like $98 tickets, $47 haircut on a man. One man. But they're so good. There's Frederick. What? I put a notification yesterday, but I guess you haven't been hanging out here. I'm so glad you're here. We were missing you. I was wondering. Tarot and trim. I know. Therapy. Y'all want to do some therapy? I do like it. He's here. Everybody's here. I'm so happy. All of my darling. We're missing Neat. And I really do miss Leilani. I tried to look through my Facebook. I tried to look through my Facebook stuff, but like I wasn't able to pull it up. I don't know. I think she changed her name on Facebook too. I miss Layla. Fred's here. He's here. Delaney's on that slow. It needs the message needs to travel very far to get to Delaney down in Australia. Wait, that's not true. Grace is in Australia. That's not true. Wait a minute. Good on ya. Yes, we're missing Sarah. We're missing the twin. We don't have the twins here. She's delayed. This is get my twin. Y'all are adorable. I consider you all my children. And like sands through the hourglass, these are the days of your lives. I'm here to tend to my young and the restless. You're all so bold and beautiful. What's wrong with me? Okay. Couldn't be bothered deleting your message. That's good. Fine. I want to see it. I want to see it all. Throw us for a loop, girl. Oh my God. That song lived rent-free in my head for the longest time. Oh, you're so funny. Sarah, you're on. That is so funny. Twin. Bro, that was in my head forever. There's so many of those stupid things. I know when they get off up in my head, I'm like, okay, it's time to unplug for a minute. I don't want my head infiltrated with this intrusiveness, infiltrations thought, infiltracious thought. Look at me inventing words. Hmm. Okay, my darlings, guess what we're gonna do? What's up, Frederick? Before I'm not doing a darn thing until I find out how is Fred doing. A tiff confused, had a wacky draining day yesterday. Fell asleep at 7 p.m. Wow. We have a lunar eclipse on Sunday. So you may be feeling the pre-full moon effects. Sometimes it just bees that way. Sometimes you just gotta fall down and freaking sleep. I've been that way. What annoys me is if I am tired, I go in there and then I can't because my mind won't stop like doing. And then it's not a very restful sleep, but I'm exhausted. Those are the bad ones. Sometimes I will sleep and sleep and sleep. I know, like when I was getting back from my last little whatever the hell that was, when I got back here, I slept a lot. Like I hadn't slept in forever. I was just exhausted. I was really just tired. I felt so drained and I just needed it. I just needed it. And even when I was done with it, I was just like, still just. My brain holds. Dizzy. Yes. And there's a thing that happens where I felt like once I got sleep sickness. I felt like once I got sleep sickness, and that's from oversleeping. One time when I worked 10 days in a row just before Christmas one year, it was cutting hair and they would not stop working me. And I was there like a lot. Like I think that was a 2-week check. I think I almost made $3,000 on one check, which is unheard of in franchise hair history, doing just haircuts and beard trims and a little bit here and there. But anyway, look, it was crazy. I think I did 150 clients in 5 days or some. No, it was a week. 150 clients in like a week. It was almost 150 clients in a week. It was like back to back to back. And when somebody was processing with color, I'd go cut somebody and then come back and rinse them out and, check them both out. It was crazy. Anyway, when I was done with that, I slept for almost I remember The Matrix came out that Christmas. It was the Christmas when The Matrix came out. And I was so excited because I was like, I'm going to treat myself and watch this movie. I took 4 attempts to get through it because I kept falling asleep. And then I kept starting over and watch it again. And then I'd fall asleep. And I'd start over and watch it again. And I'd fall asleep. And I was like, dang it, I want to see this movie. But I couldn't stop sleeping. And then by the time the next day rolled around, I was so tired. But I was not sleepy. But I was dizzy and did not feel good. Like I felt awful. Like I slept forever. And my head couldn't get right. It was awful. Sleep sickness. Shane. Hi, Shane. There's my son. The full moon is a very probable cause of your exhaustion. Yeah. Very probable. It's waxing gibbous in Aquarius right now, too. Waxing gibbous in Aquarius. How are you, darling? How are you going? I'm fantastic. As always. Living the dream. That American dream. Work, 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 work. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's exhaustion or fatigue, but there is typically with a full moon, and we're right there. So, is what it is. Good, busy week. So nice weekend. Cool. Doing anything fun? Hi, baby. Hi, baby. You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? Okay, come say hi. She can't settle. It's highly obnoxious. I brushed her teeth yesterday. I got this big old brush, and then I got this little thing, and she was letting me. Let me brush these teeth, please. Let me do it. Let me brush these teeth. You stink so bad. It's the moon too. I guess fancy tea. What? Going to high tea? Cute. High tea is fancy tea. Absolutely. Think posh English. Probably little sandwiches. Probably like little like fancy different flavors. You know, but it's going to be very English, darling. So petitfours. The petitfours. Macaroons. Live out your Bridgerton fantasy completely. Downton Abbey. All the things. Yes. Like this. Yes, Shane. Pinkies up. We got fancy tea shit coming out. Ding. Crustless cucumber sandwiches. Yes. And infused water. You'll probably have strawberry and kiwi infused water. Yum. Maybe some with some blueberries and strawberries in the other bin. Yum. That is you. It's not a dog. You are a dog, but that's you. It's not somebody else. Don't get crazy. That's you. That's you. Don't get nuts. She looks at herself and wigs out. It's not anything. That's you, baby. That's you. This is my puppy. My puppy. My puppy. Puppy. See how I'm doing this? And it's happening right there? Get it? That's you. Don't be crazy. It's not a dog. It's you, nutball. No. Shush it. Excuse her. Pardon her. They're gaining self-awareness. I mean, wait a minute. What name did I see? Boxing. That's cool. I love that they're doing that. I was kind of a part of that, so I'm very excited for that. I hope it goes far. I said, he needs to go hit stuff. That's awesome. Yay. I know that totally. Yeah, she loves herself. And she's still staring. She's looking for that dog. She's right there, like, she just knows. She just knows you're coming back. Just knows it. I just knowed it. Huh? Which one is that one? What the heck? Peter and Benji. I don't know this card. Peter and Benji. This is the last unicorn deck. But I don't know that card. Peter and Benji. Do y'all remember watching The Last Unicorn a gajillion years ago? This deck was given to me. I do love unicorns. This deck was gifted. I probably wouldn't have purchased it myself, but I definitely don't turn away gifts. Let me see. Peter and Benji. No. There is no Peter and Benji. Interesting. There's just a random card in here. Okay. You are a bookmark. You just watched the new Last Unicorn? There's a new one? What do you mean? Huh? Y'all don't fight. Be nice. Be nice. My entertainment in the background. There's a new Last Unicorn? Is that what you mean? Really? The unicorns killed the people that stole their baby? I like it. I like it. That's probably worth a watch. Hey, can you not? They're making... Now the guinea pig. Hey. Now the guinea pig's acting out. It's like having 3 children. I swear. It's so annoying. Shush. Shush. Ah, the emperor. That's me. I'm your Faja. I'm your Faja. I thought it was great. You bought it? You thought it was good? Okay. Unicorns killed the people that stole their baby. I kind of like that. I always say, arm the animals. I support that clothing brand. Have y'all seen it? It's really cute. They have kittens holding like assault rifles and pandas with machetes, bunny rabbits with knives. It's really cute. It's called Arm the Animals. It's a really cute clothing line. Remember how your dog was when we had her mentor? I know. Yes. It was a lot. They're so problematic lately. All of them. They're so problematic. I've gotten some cash money. Did I tell y'all I'm getting a raise? I'm getting a raise. They just gave it to me on my day off. I got a raise. Just because. I accidentally mentioned it today at work because they said the other girl was talking about getting $1 raise. And I said, yeah, I think that's something that they're doing. I had heard something like that mentioned also. And she goes, wait, you got one? She was like, no offense, but like you just got here. And I was like, I don't know. I haven't seen it. Maybe it's just something that they're, saying I could get if I did, X, Y, and Z. It wasn't a complete conversation. I was like, I never talk about my money ever. I think it's crass. I think it's like very bad to talk about it at work with your other work people. Like I don't do it. I don't talk about dollar amounts, but I'll use percentages. Whenever I'm talking to other people, saying that I get, 20% tips minimum. And then sometimes I get 50, sometimes I get 100% tips, but that's just because I just like what I do, and I'm pretty good at it. But they there'll be people that'll come back and like throw $50 there, be like, I got a $50 tip, and it's like, is that your first one? That's cute. Good for you. Nice. Way to go. I know exactly. And it's not like I know. She said that too. She said, no offense to you because you're great. You're great. You're great at what you do. But like literally you just got here. And here's the thing is like she got a couple of bad reviews and they told her that they made this crazy expectation that they reduced her hours and said she needs to get more good reviews and they'll bring her hours back up. I was like, that's weird. I was like, that's really weird to control your hours based on getting reviews or getting bad reviews. I guess I don't know. I was like, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that at all. And then she was going on to say, well, they said that you're great. You're a really sweet person. And they're willing to give her the hours with $1 more, but she needs to do X, Y, and Z. And then I had said, but I'm already doing it. I don't know. You used to ask the practice manager to do that for you. I know. I hated going to ask for raises too. I know, but you have to ask for what your value is and what your worth is. And it doesn't hurt to ask. And even if you ask and they say no, then you know where you stand. And if something else should pop up and tempt you by offering that more availability, then you'll know that it is possible. You may just be experiencing a block where you are, because knowledge is power and you don't know unless you don't ask. And if you're just going to sit there and do the status quo, because the manager's job is to keep the baseline low. That's the manager's job, to keep the baseline low so they can get more in their pockets. That's their job. That's their whole goal. To do, it's the equivalent to the employees that do the, just enough to not get fired. They're doing just enough so you don't leave. But there's kind of a wiggle room. There's kind of this area of fluctuation. Like they have goals, like that. They're more than willing to give you what you're asking for, but they need more. They want more from you. And then I'll give you what you want. But it's going to exceed over like what I'm already requiring of you. And if that fluctuates at all, then you're asking for something that you're not delivering for. You know what I mean? So I get it. I see where that resides. And it's difficult in art industry. I guess any industry is pretty difficult, but I don't know. Promote yourself. Exactly. If you ever see her about to cut my hair, stop her. You better come see me. You better book an appointment. We have appointments you can book, and you better book with me. I want you on my little blocks. You're my block. You better not go sit on her block. Mine. And we're doing the work so I can have you in my chair for a while. We're going to do like a burst fade with some texturizing. Maybe we'll do some highlights or some color. We're going to do some waxing. We're going to do a facial. Yeah. You're getting all of it. Yes. All the things we offer, you're getting it. I'm going to give you a design. Oh, you want a lightning bolt? Vogue. You shave your head and bleach it. Wait a minute. Huh? You shave your head and bleach it silver blonde? Okay, the kid that just started at my job, you would love him. He's silver blonde right now. He is. And he loves K-pop and he loves anime and he is looking for his forever guy. He's really cool. I dig him a lot. We have become thick as thieves, he and I. We're these little pack. We're a little pair. And then the manager, well, our admin person said Axel's in charge when she's not there. And then she turned to me today and she goes, and when he's not here, you're in charge. And I was like, Why me? Nobody listens to me. Don't put me in charge. I see blonde. Yeah. Of course you're my favorite gay. Of course you are. Andy, you're my son. There is no spot in this world except for my son. My son, the doctor. Don't you be marking your territory. That's what she said. Oh my God. Marking territory. I love it. You just give me all kinds of mental images there. That's funny. Scratching the dirt around me, sniffing around, huffing and puffing. I've seen it. You're always my favorite gay. You're my son. Yeah. That's my son, the doctor. But of course, forever. You and me forever. He's already got a best friend. And he's very busy. He's just my work buddy. That's my work fun. When I'm at work, it's fun. It wasn't fun when I first got there. It was not fun. And I was like, we need to change this, and this, and this. And then they listened and it's all better. Now it's fun. Now it's good. It's awesome. And I love it. Exactly, Grace. I was totally picturing. Just a little bit. Just a splash. Oh my God, I know you're teasing. You should hear the things we're saying to each other. It's fun. We have fun. We have a good time. We do everywhere. Exactly. I was totally picturing something kind of similar with a little ground scratch and a little. Oh my God, you think? She might be. The cat is staring at the guinea pig. And Rebel is staring at the cat. So we still have something happening. There's still something going on behind me, even though it looks very benign. A little spray. A misting. Delaney knows. Something sinister is brewing. Pretty sure. Okay. I can. You show right. I'm going to charge. I charge a lot for that. Oh. Maybe a little asparagus. I was just thinking of Fred. That is so funny. Grace, I was just thinking. I was just about to say, how are you feeling? Like, how are you now, Fred? Always. I'm in tune with my collective. Always. Let's look at the weekend. Y'all want to look at the weekend real quick? Let's do an all signs. We'll look at the weekend real fast. If it's not the weekend and you're catching this later, it could be for the next couple of days. Take what resonates. Again, always, forever. Throw out the rest. You know what I heard somewhere the other day? Pluto should be included. Your Pluto placement should be included in your love readings, because Pluto is the planet of transformation, rebirth, which are things that happen whenever you're in a relationship, when you're relating with someone. It's the planet of growth, evolution. What? 2 months vape free? Yes, Hunty. Good job. Oh my gosh. I was just telling someone today how hard it is to quit vaping. It's probably, I would say it was more difficult than quitting cigarettes because I replaced cigarettes with vaping, honestly. And I should have just quit it all cold turkey, but I took up vaping for like the next 10 years. Oh, it was so hard to quit. I quit smoking at 30 and started vaping, and then I quit vaping at 40, and I've been clean for gosh, yeah, I'm coming up on 7. I just passed 7 years. Yeah, it'll be 8 years in February. Wow, that is so good. Harder than cigarettes because it's straight nicotine, and I still feel like an angel that lost his wings. It's difficult. Yeah, you're like trying to change it with something else. Well, your brain is greasy. Oh, poor Fred. Poor Fred. Fred, you need to meditate. Thank you. And good work, Shane. Good work, Delaney. Delaney has quit smoking cigarettes. Lisa, you're next. Need to quit, babe. 4 months for your addictions. I love that journey for you. I love that journey for you. That is magical. No, I'm not going to use this deck. We're going to use the Shitty Tarot, our favorite. This is our favorite on this channel. Everybody loves the Shitty Tarot. This is what we're using. Look at her. We're ready. This is the one. Good work, everybody. You're next. Yes, ma'am. You need to quit. I drive home cigarette after a stressful day with the window down. I know. For me, it was the after meal cigarette. I love the after I ate, I would have the after the meal cigarette. And then the morning coffee cigarette. That was the best. Yeah, that was the best one. Right in the morning with your cup of coffee and that first cigarette. Man, there was nothing like that. Yeah, I was asking her about that when I first came on. She said it's weird. They were channeling the feeling for me. I can't remember what I said. It's all in the beginning of the video. Roll the tape. You can see it. It's right in the beginning. Experience heaven on earth. Nice. That'll be your heaven. That, yeah. I tell you. Let's do the next few days. If you're not catching this on Friday at the original date of air or Saturday morning, we're going to look at the whole weekend. We're going to look at this weekend, see what that energy looks like, and see how everybody needs to kind of be advised, be aware, see what's going on. What is happening with my collective, please? There I am. Miss Twyla. What's going on? Oh, 8 of Cups. Okay. What's going on for the weekend? 2, King of Swords. Okay. Big energy. Is it BD energy? We've got big energy here, though. There's a decision to kind of cut something off emotionally, to go ahead and choose self, to start making some decisions that are not based in emotions at all. I think a lot of us have decided to turn our emotions off. We're trying to make heads or tails of a lot of things, make things make sense so that we can find a clear path away from something that is just far too emotionally binding, too emotionally troubling. If you're an Aries, I've got the 10 of Cups for the Aries for the weekend. Things tend to be pretty easy for you this weekend. It feels pretty light. It feels like there's this sense of things finally feeling like peaceful and restful. You're in a moment where you can finally have and find peace and rest. This This feels like something that's been a long time coming. Tens are about a completion with that Eight of Cups out here, deciding to leave behind from another place. I almost feel like you're finally at peace with this. There's the Judgment card. Tell me about Aries through Pisces for the weekend, please. There's the Queen of Swords. There's the counterpart. There's some kind of a decision here. Some kind of a decision here, Aries, to just only focus on blissful moments. You're kind of blocking everything else out except for what is best for your emotional fulfillment, your emotional bliss. If you're a Taurus, 50-35 Taurus, we got the Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Okay, Taurus, you're feeling a little scrappy, feeling a little edgy. I think you're pushing the boundaries a little bit. I think you're saying your piece. You're not holding back anymore. I almost feel like you've held your tongue long enough. Now, I've known some Taurus, and Taurus are very, very easygoing, very docile, very focused. But once you finally push a Taurus too far, you get the horns. You mess with the bull, you get the horns, right? I think they're getting the horns right now with that Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands. But, they made you do it, Taurus. They did. They made you do it. If they wanted to fight, they're getting one. Mm-hmm. You will happily step up to the plate. All right. Okay, Gemini, 51-28. Gemini, 10 of Cups. Aries, you may have some Gemini in your chart. Freaking 10 of Cups. Oh, ding, ding, ding. Wow. Wait a minute. That's the 10 of Pentacles. And then I called the 10 of Cups. Oh. 10 of Cups. Okay. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. I was looking at the 10 of Cups. Oh. Let me predict the next ones. Let's see. Natalia. Let me do it again. Okay. Gemini, you're going to have a really, really good weekend. This is your weekend, Gemini. I would go out, get a lottery ticket. I would call that person you've been wanting to call. I would go ahead and book the appointment, make the purchase, end the partnership. Whatever it is you've been thinking about doing, do it, Gemini. It's everything, Gemini, for this next couple of days here for you. Okay. That was nuts. That was banana nut bread. I'm glad y'all saw that. Okay. Cancer. Cancer has the 9 of Wands. Cancer, are you going at it with Taurus? Because Cancer and Taurus go really well together. Let's see. You're going at it. Look at the 10 of Wands. 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Now, Cancer, this feels like you're taking a lot on right now. Not just what you've got going on, but kind of everybody else's. With that 9 of Wands out there, you're picking and choosing what you're choosing to carry and what you're not. But everybody is leaning on you really hard right now, Cancer. There's a lot leaning on you. Projects, phone calls, appointments, whatever. There's a lot of things going on all around you. So you're handling it. You definitely are handling it, but it feels like you're just kind of pushed to your limit for these next couple of days here, Cancer. 9 and the 10 of Wands for Cancer. Okay, Leo, 53-55. Leo, the Fool card. I love Leos. And the Wheel of Fortune. You're like, woohoo! It's the weekend, baby. It's the freaking weekend, baby. Come on, Leo. You're about to go have a good time. Come what may, the devil may dare. I think you're going to be just cutting loose. Maybe you've earned this. This is that major arcana energy coming out with the Fool card and the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you are throwing caution to the wind, completely throwing caution to the wind this weekend, Leo. I feel like most of you are very comfortable with your place, your presence, and your purpose of what you're doing, your intentions. The weekend, I feel like you may do something that might be a little out of character. It may or may not end up well for you with that Wheel of Fortune coming out, but I feel like you're taking the risk. May the odds be ever in your favor, Leo. Okay, we'll look at now Virgo. Virgo, 5515, King of Pentacles. That's so Virgo. Seven of Cups. You've got some pretty big goals that you've been thinking about doing. I almost feel my left ear just started ringing like crazy. I almost feel, Virgo, like you're getting a little lost in the planning. So the plan, the big picture, the idea, you might be getting a little bit lost in the details. Okay. That's a very Virgo thing to do, is to get over detailed versus just working at the outcome. Does that make sense? Because that Seven of Cups is very confused, very overwhelmed. It feels like there's a lot of choices. And the King of Pentacles are some big moves. This is long-term goal setting. This is something that's going to take a while to build up on. So it's almost as if you're experiencing some creative blocks with what the bigger picture should be. I think this weekend you're going to be trying your hardest to narrow it down and kind of just start seeing some tangible results. Okay. Do the things, Gemini. You're called out. Oh boy. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Let's go Libra. 5654 Libra. We've got the Empress in the Tower. Okay. So Libra, some of you are ending something very profound that you've been working on for a very long time. You may have put your heart and soul into something and it's just not able to take off. Others of you may experience issues that are devastating to your family dynamics. There could be some devastating news coming up with your family stuff going on. Some of you, my heart goes out to you, may experience a pregnancy ending unexpectedly, unfortunately. I hate seeing these two together. For some of you, though, it just feels like something that you've put a lot into and you really carefully did a lot of work to try to create something amazing. The Tower card coming out with those is saying that it's unexpectedly coming to an end, kind of abruptly out of the blue. It's going to be a little tough to take, Virgo. My heart goes out to you. All right. That's for the Libras. Did I say Virgo? Libra. That's for Libra. Okay. Scorpios. There's Bindu. Hi. I have seen you in my comments section. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Scorpios. Ooh, Queen of Wands and the Six of Cups. You are missing somebody from the past that you really, really had a good thing going with. I feel like there's a bit of nostalgia for something that you used to have, and you are greatly missing this. There's something here where your past is just calling to you big time. I haven't met a Scorpio man yet that is not in complete and total lust over that Queen of Wands energy. The Six of Cups says that something from your past may have been better than you thought it was, and now you're missing it. Okay. Sagittarius, 5930. Yes, Lisa, absolutely. I'd be happy to do a mini reading, darling, for sure. For sure. Sagittarius, 5952, Sagittarius. Queen of Swords, Five of Swords, Sagittarius. You might be fighting with Taurus. We've got the Five of Swords and the Queen of Swords. This is you kind of, you're dominating in an argument right now. This is you. If you're not dominating in this argument, I feel like you're taking the brunt of something that may not be completely yours to take. This is you possibly being the bigger person. Others of you are sarcastically just kind of saying, okay, yeah, whatever, sure, it's all my fault, whatever. This is an inability to see eye to eye with somebody here with that Five of Swords. Five of Swords is complete conflict. This is arguing, fighting, debating. That Queen of Swords is somebody who asserts what they have to say. But it's about what you choose to take and what you refuse to take is the Queen of Swords, because that's about receiving whatever you're receiving, information, words, whatever. But this is just saying that you're kind of picking and choosing what you're choosing to listen to and what you're kind of throwing back at somebody going, okay, sure. Sure I am. Sure you did. Sure you are. You know, it's this whole, this feels very sarcastic. This feels like a very sarcastic conversation. Sagittarius, it's just kind of, you're ready to play. And this is a play on words of a battle that I think you would easily win. You would easily win an argument. And I think that's what's going on here. I think if anybody tries to bring the occasion up, you're happy to rise to the occasion and quickly end the conversation, almost making them rue the day for even considering or talking to you. Your husband better not be missing someone from his past. This is Queen of Wands in the past. Now, Six of Cups also means kids. So he just may really love you as his baby mama. He may just be like, ooh, my baby mama is everything, always. Let's make more. He could be thinking, I need to have more kids with this woman. That could be another possibility. So mind your back, girl. Mind your back. Oh my God. I know. But you're just in the way. Can we just... Okay. Capricorn. Yeah. Capricorn. Thank you. Lay down. Capricorn, 10318, Seven of Wands, Five of Wands. Okay, Capricorns. You're feeling a little defensive this weekend. I think you are taking this full moon energy. This feels like you're taking the brunt of some of the force of this energy this weekend, or over these next few days. If you're not watching this on the weekend, just as this resonates, if this resonates. Seven of Wands is you being very, very defensive in some arguments here. This is people trying you. This is people trying you, trying your patience, and you're kind of not standing for any of it. You're not laying down. You're not ignoring the issues either. This is almost like you have no problem clapping back and also ending the conversation. People be spicy this weekend. I think the full moon has some of you a little confused. The full moon has some of you longing and missing the past. Some of you, feeling a little, restless and ready. Others of you are just, on edge. And if anybody does step to the plate, you will happily, pitch them whatever they're looking for. You're going to step up to my plate. I'm going to pitch you whatever it is you're looking for. Why did I go baseball? Oh, you did? You just had an argument with your son? There's some spicy energy this weekend. I'm not going to lie. This feels pretty spicy. We opened the whole thing with the King of Swords and the Eight of Cups. This is, just kind of like choosing to not emotionally invest yourself a whole lot. This is delivering of a lot of facts and a lot of information, a lot of decisiveness. This is head over heart. Head over heart. Your heart's not in it. You're just like, no emotions. I'm not having it. Not unless you're bringing me winning lottery tickets, or unless you are, feeling pretty decisive about being your own creator of your own joy. This is, this port reading here with the Empress and the Tower card, whatever that is. I feel like some of you are just kind of taking it in the chin here. You're just like, okay, let me just regroup. Let me regroup after the dust settles and I just kind of sit around and lick my wounds a little bit. Let me pick myself up and dust myself off and try again. So there's a lot of that going on here. But the words are flying. People are going to be very spicy, a little saucy, a little spicy. And that is a very interesting, Miss Capricorn. Capricorn energies. Okay. Let's see. That was Libra, Virgo, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius. Let's pull Aquarius. Let me see. You got the last word in. That's funny. He tried apologizing, and I told him you don't want to hear it. That he can prove he is listening to you by his actions. Exactly. That's exactly right. Because apologies without action to change the behavior is just manipulation. If somebody is coming to you and saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I'm sorry, your feelings are hurt, it's just words. If the behavior does not accompany the apology for change, then it's just trying to manipulate the situation or to pacify you. That's the worst part. That's the worst thing anybody can do, is just try to pacify you with some empty apology, just to, end the energy so they can get back to feeling whatever. And then just kind of just keep going. It's almost as if you're teaching them how to get better at doing it next time, versus the effort it would take to just work on the issue. I know. I don't either. Okay, let's go to Aquarius. You want Toby's to pick it? Okay. A mess. You want to give us some energy here? Here you go, Aquarius. Oh, thank you. Very good. Thank you. Okay, Aquarius. That's all you get. His Highness has spoken. Aquarius. 108.43. 9 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How many of you have just an instant flashback to the Orphan Annie right then? Leaping lizards. This is so good. He does look like he's sipping the straw. Gross. You are so... He said, next. This distract. I know. That is such a weird angle too, because this is so funny. These angles, that is so funny. That is a fantastic. He just leaned into it. Oh my god. Oh, get it out of your nose. We don't do that, Bubba. No. Oh, okay. I could think. Oh my god. He was sipping some drink, buddy. You're so sweet. He's so sweet. Okay, Aquarius. I freaking love this. This is pre-Empress energy. This is 9 of Pentacles, and here's the offering of the 1 Pentacle. Pre-Empress energy. Now, what do I say about the pre-Empress energy? And I did take this from Gina over at Tarot of Light, Cancer Baby Tarot. She does several other channels, but she and also Luna Moon. Is that who it is? She says pre-Empress energy is somebody who has all their stuff together. They worked very hard to get where they are. So they have the option and the choice to be very selective about who gets to be the one to offer that pentacle. This is about being very selective with what's coming in. This is 10 Pentacles, darlings. 10 Pentacles. This is almost like this with this Gemini energy here. That 10 Pentacle, that's that. That's that one offer to equal the 10. I have exactly what it would take to complete this entire picture. You're good on your own, but this one thing would just be the piece de resistance. That one missing moment to just complete the picture. Bam. There's the opportunity coming in here that's just going to make things even better than they already are. Like your long-term project working is getting that final push for completion here with that 9 and the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you could be getting ready to get an amazing job offer, a raise, a promotion, some accolades because of all that work and effort that you've done. This happened to me at work. I'm in my 17-year tenure of doing what I do. And I've only been there a month and I'm already getting responsibilities. I'm getting extra money. I'm getting, people are coming to me to ask my opinions about what needs to be done with the store that I just started at. The other person that's come in, we've kind of simultaneously synced up and are creating a better place that brings in more money. So everyone's happy. You know what I mean? So it's kind of that energy. There's this great completion that's happening that has to do with your finances, with your long-term goals, with a project finally getting that missing piece for completion. Something you've been working on for a long time is finally happening. It's happening. Cool. A puppy and a motorcycle. Why does my drink taste like shush? You are so funny, Shane. I don't think a cat. Anyway, I don't know what boogers taste like. Oh my god. Anyway, Pisces 11340. Oh, 8 of Wands and the Empress. Okay. Could be traveling to see your mama. Some of you are traveling to see a mom or a baby mom or the mother of your children. Others of you could be sending a bunch of messages or correspondence regarding something that you've been creating and building. Others of you are traveling potentially to create something that is very long term. Some of you could be getting pregnant very quickly. This is a very fast, rapid, quick, out of the blue. Like you just started dating somebody, you have connection You have that energetic exchange quickly, bam, pregnant. Boom. You were careful, but it still happened. It's almost like divine fate. So either be very careful if you're not looking for that, or be very safe on your travels to go see your mama or your baby mama, or when they're coming to see you. Okay. This could be confirmation that a trip is coming up soon to visit your mom or to bring your mom to see you, or a mother-like figure or somebody that you consider to be a very nurturing, loving, compassionate connection is probably quickly coming in for some of you. Okay. Pisces, any way you slice it, it looks good. It looks fun. It looks universal. Your eggs have sailed away. Oh my God. Yes. Take a sip of that drink and you'll say, shade. Stop. Oh my God, terrible. That was good. That's everybody. Let's look at the bottom of the deck to close out the energy. Bottom of the deck. Okay. We got Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups. If any of you were considering thinking about, a love offer, or maybe you're having some difficulty focusing on your self-love right now. Maybe you're having a little bit of difficulty really focusing and really concentrating on that. You're having a bit of a hit or miss moment. Don't forget to look at the other options. Don't forget to look at the gray area. It's not just black and white. It's not just this or that. There's a lot of in between when it comes to these things. So don't rule anything out. Okay. I'm going to advise all of you, don't rule anything out all the way. Let it sit, let it simmer, and really process something. If you're blocked with making a decision, not really wholeheartedly into it, right? It just feels like many of you are pretty much turning your emotions off. Especially, we got Two Swords and the Ace of Cups. We've got a King of Swords and the Eight of Cups. It feels like we're just like, I am not making one single emotional investment in anything until I am absolutely certain, with beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this makes sense for me. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, I'm not making any moves. It must be worth it. Some of you got it this weekend. Some of you need to just dissect and process. Some of you need to watch your mouth. Some of you need to, don't bring that crap to me because I'll fight you back. No, I'm just kidding. I got a spicy mouth too. What happened? Don't be scared. You should never be scared. There's never, ever a reason to be scared. And you know this. You should not be so jumpy. This is nothing is wrong ever. Okay. He freaking jumped. I'm loving on me, girl. I'm in hibernation. I am in I'm in hermit mode. I'm in big time hermit mode. Big time. Big time. The idea and the thought of, and it's been brought up so much. I don't know why. Anytime I put myself out in public, everybody always tries to couple me up. You need to be with somebody. I'm like, why? Why? How does this help me? I know it'll probably make you feel more comfortable if I'm going through something. No, I'm good. It's all a lie anyway. I don't want any of it. No. No. I'm so glad everybody got to see your weekend reading. We're not too far outside of the 1 hour mark, so we did great. All lies. I know. Bunch of liars. I'm not jaded. I'm not jaded at all. I'm not jaded. You're jaded. Scotty High. He's got a little, he came over here to keep an eye on me. He's not trusting me anymore. You don't put your foot on my boob. I know that. Yeah. Look at the beans. Look at him spread out. You did put your foot up. I just said don't do that. Look at this one. It's so wide open. You paid for a mini, girl. Okay, baby. 3 cards behind him. Thank you. There's 3 piles. That's more than... Give me that. Give me your booty's in the way. What's under you? Can I touch your feet if I want. Bing, bing, bing. Okay. Paid for a mini. Let's look at it, dear. She wants a mini. A mini reading. I know. The orbs are so excited every time I get on. I know. And I check my scenery. I check everything. And I'll turn the camera on and I'll look. Nothing. Nothing. He wants nothing to do with me. I'm sitting here kind of talking to them a little bit. So I am making my voice loud. But it's only when I pick up the cards. Here come the orbs. Here comes the cat. Every time. Right. Okay. Paid for a mini. You're so welcome. Heading out to spend time with your son. I love it. I love that. That is wonderful. Enjoy your weekend. If I don't see you soon. Look at this one I picked up. 8 of Cups. Again, is the King of Swords with it? No, 2 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Interesting. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy your spring day. I know y'all are getting into your springtime. Oops, Delaney. What? Salamis. Oh. Her autocorrect knows her so well. Bye, love. See you soon. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bestie Furley, thank you. Good boy. Very good job. Okay. Good job. All right, Lisa, I'm ready. You ready, babe? Cards for Lisa. All he does is he lays like this. I do too. When I sleep like this. And he sleeps in here. And he stretches out. But he sleeps up like this. All right, here we go. Ain't nobody. Ooh. All right, first question. What you want to know, babe? Oh, you want to look for, what was it? We're looking at the season or the month? We're looking at which one? Was it the month of September that you wanted to look at? I'm freaking fuzzy now. Thank you, Bubba. Take a shower after this. Are we looking at September, Lisa? Rest of September. That's what it was. Okay. I was all over the place. Okay. How is the rest of September gonna go? Damn, hang on. Freaking hot in here. It's freaking hot. I'm burning it. Don't like it. Okay. Picked up the messy deck, or I did this. It's about half the deck. Okay, cool. There we go. Lisa's energy. Look at this. September. Lisa. Pick a number, Lisa. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, 3. Pick a number, Lisa. Three. Strength card. First week, strength card. Second week, King of Wands. Look at you. Third week, 7 of Pentacles. And the final week, 10 of Swords. Something's finally coming to an end. Finally coming to an end. Tell me about High Priestess again. Tell me about the Strength card, please. 3 of Cups. Tell me about the King of Wands. King of Swords, Ace of Swords for the King of Wands. Tell me about 7 of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. And the 10 of Swords. Tell me about the 10 of Swords. Okay. Look at you. Okay. Strength card, 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is what? The friendship card. Okay. I feel like you're gaining your confidence back when it comes to putting yourself out there, when it comes to trusting your connections of what is right for you and what is beneath you. We've got the King of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. You're making some very, very definitive decisions based on what your rest of your life is pretty much going to look like. I almost feel like you're looking way far down the road. This is not just your short-term vision, but this is about what you're going to be doing from now on. I'm going to make these changes. I'm going to implement this new idea, this new way of thinking. This is a sense of clarity and understanding where you're just completely on point with what you're seeing, is what you're thinking, is what you're feeling, is what you're doing. It feels like everything's kind of just very clear, very, very, very matter of fact for you here. By the second week rolling around, everything starts to get real crystal clear. By the third and the fourth weeks, there's some detachment, a redirection of your focus finally starts to happen here. It almost feels like you're finally able to start to look for and see some momentum in other areas that you hadn't possibly thought about, been to in a while, had the ability to focus on it all. So because of some shifts that you have gone through, we've got 8, 8, King, King. Because of these shifts, it feels like you're finally starting to actually make some good goals. There's this level of, just kind of going with it. You're not feeling a whole lot lately. Your emotions have kind of run numb when it comes to external connections, not just the connections that you deal with on a day-to-day basis or that you choose to deal with, but the tertiary, not the secondary connections, but your tertiary connections, those additional ones. You're just kind of really getting a lot more confident about it. Also, you could have some connections that make you start to feel more confident. So then you start to see clearly that decisions you're making are for your greatest and highest good, that your long-term goals, your long-term decisions are finally start to be able to be very clear now. And that this is the new way of implementing your life. This is your new way of doing things. This is your new focus, your new path forward, and you're leaning into it. By the final week, we've got this 10 of Swords, but we've got the 4 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. These are very celebratory energies. It's like you're finally starting to see the good in what is no longer. If there is something that is not with you anymore, if there's a connection that had to end, if you're feeling like a way of life is no longer working for you, you're really starting to feel good about that. It's not a bad thing. It's not a sad thing. It just feels like these emotions have taken a turn for a more positive outlook versus it being something that you're losing. You're starting to see how you're gaining other things in that place, in the place of. There's things coming in that are really starting to complete a picture for you. Okay. So by the end of September, it feels like you're like grateful. You're almost grateful that things are finally out of the way so that you can start to really get a sense of independence, of growth, of finally settling into what you're supposed to be shifting into versus being afraid of where you're going. I feel like you're finally starting to get excited about what the new is going to look like, what new is going to feel like. It feels good to look forward to a new feeling versus what you have been feeling. And I almost feel like what you have been feeling has been so numb, you've just decided that I don't want it. I know I want anything other than what I've had to feel. I'm looking for anything different. Different is good. Okay. Different is always good. We like different. Here at the bottom of this deck, we've got the 6 of Pentacles. Here at the bottom of this deck, we've got the 2 of Swords. Again, with these 2 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, I keep getting brought back up to an inability to see any other decision than if it's not this, then it's going to be this. But there are so many other possibilities. It's not just this or this. It really isn't. This is your own limitations. That's why that blindfold is there. That's why she's sitting there with that blindfold. And it's either going to be this or it's going to be this. But if you just set it down, take off the blindfold, you'll see there's a world of possibilities. It's not just this balance finally starts to seep in, where you're receiving more clarity about other possibilities. You're starting to provide energy towards another outcome. I almost feel like this is a bit of a block that could be happening. You know there's not room. There's not room up there, buddy. You're folding yourself into a sliver to fit. It's not right. No. Okay. Hi, Sammy Ray. Hello, darling. Welcome. This is interesting because you got 2 wands behind that, and then you've got the Queen of Cups back here. Decisions and paths, you know, it's about that pull away from what was. It's celebrating the fact that you're not there anymore, but the unknown about, okay, so now that I'm not giving to this, then where do I put it? Because you had this energy, you had this investment, you had these ideas, you had this way of life. And now it's about redirecting that and figuring out where that's going to go now and what's going to be most beneficial for the return of what you're putting in. Not just giving away of yourself and waiting for the results to come in. It just feels like you're kind of looking for that next moment of where to kind of point your direction at. But I do see you starting to get a lot more comfortable with the idea of something different versus trying to force what was to still be. Okay, does that make sense? My day was fantastic, my dear. How was yours? You doing good? You doing good? How you going? I had an awesome day. My job is amazing. They freaking love me. Clients love me. I'm building. It's good. Everything's great. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're here. Just finishing up a beautiful, lovely little mini reading for the lovely Lisa. I have some of the most absent-minded people live in apartment complexes. Just absent-minded. I'm back in this apartment and I'm realizing why I love my rig. I love my RV. The ability to go away from people. It's nice. It's nice. Okay. Looks good, my dear. Looks really good, actually. Let's do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I like it. I like it a lot. What else for Lisa? What else for Lisa? A few more cards. That's it from that. Let's see. This one. Wrapping up Lisa's mini reading. Thank y'all so much for your patience. Move back to your mom's house. Oh my God. Yeah. Girl. I know how that is. I miss my parents. They've been gone a while. Each day, day by day. Tattoo supplies. Cool. I need a tattoo, girl. I will cut your hair. I'm telling you, let's trade these. ink has been calling me by my full government name. I've got many ideas. Okay. What else Thank you. Okay. And then Lisa. Anything for Lisa. Thank you. All right, my dear. Let's see here. They broke your heart, Lisa? Did they break your heart? Say it out loud. Say it. Fuck them. Eat a whole bag of... I'm just kidding. What's my next tattoo? Oh my God. I can't decide what's next, but I know I want some vines, like ivies going down my neck into my shoulders. I want frames of henna on my elbows. I want my elbows framed in henna. I would like a unicorn right here on my thigh. I want the hair to kind of wrap around. I want the horn to come up my hip to my butt. I want a unicorn right here. I think that would be beautiful. I want a peacock right here, a little psychedelic peacock right up behind my ear. I would like, I want my dog's face on my ribs. And then I want my cat Bumper. I want him circling around my ankle. Circling around my ankle. My mom is researching my family's Hawaiian tribal artwork. So I'll know exactly what my lineage tribal crest is. And then I'll take that crest and do something somewhere on me. So I have many things. My next tattoo will say, pull my finger. Where's it going? Want snakes coming from your chest, wrapping around your back. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna get Medusa on my arm. I'm gonna get Medusa on my arm, so the snakes are gonna kind of wrap around to, like right here and kind of here. But I want her eyes to be stone and like kind of cracked with like just like electric blue through the cracks in her eyes. But I want Medusa on my arm. Let's see what else. But that'll be pretty. The snakes coming from your chest, wrapping around your back. That's so cool. I like that. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Oh, the vines from my neck to drape my shoulders. I'm going to have little dragonflies kind of peppered around just a little bit. Little tiny dragonflies. Beep, 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 beep. Hanging out. What else? There's a lot. It's a lot. I have a lot of ideas. I would like to get some ivy wrapped around my wrist that goes around to my finger. I haven't decided which hand. Maybe both. I'm going to be like coming here and then wrapping my hands, coming out of my hair, coming down my hands, some ivy and leaves and stuff. Maybe I'll put little flowers occasionally somewhere, sometime. You're a blank canvas. You've got nary NA. What do you have, Fred? Yeah, the Hawaiian one's going to be cool. And that'll be lineage stuff. That's like my family crest lineage through the Hawaiian tribal markings. So I'm excited for that one. That's going to be cool. I think my whole family's going to get it done. Mom wants to get a matching tattoo also. So I kind of like to do something where like when we're together, it joins and becomes one tattoo, but when it's separate, it still looks like something interesting on its own. So mom wants to get a matching tattoo with me. So that'll be fun. I'm excited for that because we tried to go when I was 16 And they wouldn't let me because I wasn't old enough. She was like, I'm her mother. And they're like, then we don't care. 2 years, she can come back. I didn't go back to them. Medusa has so many meanings. I know. I'm using it to ward off men. No, I'm kidding. Get away from me. Get away from me. Yes, the ivies. You have leaves on your ribs. Cute. That's beautiful. I have a really cute, the Friday the 13th tattoos. Most shops will do Friday the 13th specials. Look at this one. This is so funny. I actually found this one and I was like, this would be a cute Friday the 13th tattoo. Where'd it go? Where's that little Dickens? Ah. It's funny you say that, Grace. Look at the 13 on his booty. I'll take number 26, please. Look at it. But I'll have to get the markings like Bumper's butt, because he wears little chaps with his markings because he's, tuxedo. So I'll have to get like the fuzzy chaps put on him. He's a little vaquero. But yeah, it's the Friday the 13th. It's their little specials, but I wanted that one. I don't know where. It's very special. It needs to be seen. I'll probably get it on like my wrist or something. I don't know. It's cute. It's so funny. I know. I love it. I love it. And I was gonna get hairdressing shears and the barber razor. So the razor that barbers use and the hairdresser shears. I was gonna get those on my hands somewhere. Oh, I was also gonna get peace and love on my hands right here. Peace and love. You done with us? Mwah. Bye. I miss you already. It was so good to see you, honey. We'll get the whole fam together later in the club. We'll get the whole fam together later for you. Yes. If I take it, I want it native. Oh, yeah. Bone sharpener. Whoa, God. It's so barbaric, Fred. It's very barbaric. Bye, Natalia. Have a good night, love. We'll see you soon. I'll be back soon. We'll see you soon. Thanks for hanging out. That was fun. Very fun. Ah, Lisa, I wasn't done with you. I'm sorry. I know. I said that. I think I counted like 13, but then I added, I think 5 more. And then the ones that I have, I keep adding things to the ones I want. So Lisa, also another card that came out. Drop the effing ego. Drop your ego. Vulnerability is hot. Drop your ego. Be vulnerable. Be willing to be soft and light with your intentions moving forward. You can save and reserve the rigidity and the brashness for where it belongs to allow for you to complete separation and closure. Just like how I've done. Just direct those de-romanticizing thoughts towards their proper target. Everything else, be nice and vulnerable. I've got volunteer coming out as well. This is about giving of yourself without any expectation of anything in return. This is a great way for you to clear some karmic energy, increase your dharmic positivity. Look at this, clear any negative energy around you. See, volunteering is a great way to try to do that. Giving of yourself. Clear that negative energy though. Any old attachments, any old things that have other people's energy on it that is not serving your purpose, get rid of it. Get rid of it. If anything is attached to anything else, if it reminds you of it, anything that is old, stagnant energy, clear it out. Do some saging, do some Palo Santo, do an energy cleansing bath. Try to get out into nature and ground yourself. Forgive yourself as well. This is not as important as forgiving others, but you need to also forgive yourself for feeling what you felt, for feeling it for so long, for allowing yourself to, go there and to go that deep, or to be that exposed, or to, open up yourself in a certain way to not have it received back, and to wait, and to, kind of almost degrade your empowerment by waiting for other people. You have to forgive yourself for those sort of things, for the time spent, for the door left open far too long, for kindness given when you should have actually, protected yourself. Whatever it is, whatever you're needing to do here, forgive yourself first. That frees up that space for you to be open to new energy. It releases that old attachment to that old negativity. And then the card that came out for you is inner power. Okay, inner power. I recognize my significance and embrace my true strength. Strength card again, embrace my true strength. In the face of adversity, I remain steadfast. If I stumble, I rise, knowing I am filled with the power of the universe. I accept and appreciate myself, for I hold the most precious treasures within. The light of the universe shines through me. Yeah. I accept and appreciate myself, for I hold the most precious treasure within. The light of the universe shines through me. That is the most precious gift that we all have, is the gift of life and the opportunity to live in our purpose, to detach from the energies that are surrounding us, but to focus on self and of self-purpose, and to fulfill that purpose. That is the greatest gift that we have been given in this lifetime. All too often we squander it away by diverting that beautiful, precious energy that you have towards your own purpose, and giving far too much of it to others who don't know even what to do with their own power. So what are they going to do with your power? You know what I mean? It's better used by self than to offer to another who has no idea what to do with it. Okay. So maintain that inner strength and that inner power. Somehow, if you show someone vulnerability, I'm afraid it's going to come out as desperation. Just depends on the, I guess it depends on the delivery. It depends on the person who is receiving the information. And everything is done with perspective anyway. If your intention is to be vulnerable, it doesn't matter how other people perceive it. That's on them. It has nothing to do with you. Your intentions can only be pure and of, your true intention. It has nothing to do with anybody else. And you can't attach to that. We have no control over how other people think, feel, and receive what we are, say, or do. And that's their own thing. That's their own journey. That's their own path. That's nothing to do with you, though, for real. Lags a lot. Guess what, Sammy Ray? I'm back in Texas. Where in Texas are you? Where am I going for this tattoo, girl? Where am I bringing my hair cutting kit to? Where in Texas are you? Isn't it true? Yeah. Feel free to watch this and rewind it and watch it again. Feel free. There's some, very good empowering things that I know I said. I can't remember what they are now because again, I'm channeling, but this will definitely help for sure. Yeah. It's the overexertion too. Yeah. I used to do that also. San Antonio. Okay. I'm near Dallas. Where about what is that? About 3.5 hours, is it, to San Antonio? I know it's about a 30-minute airplane ride. It's like you get up and then you're landing. That's what to San Antonio. From Dallas, you're like, It's awesome. It's so fast. Don't have your tongue out wagging your tail being all giddy. Yeah. I call it humping the leg. When people go all humping the leg on me, or I can't go in, so excited I'm on their leg and won't let them go. You got to be chill, kind of thing. So come on, keep going. You've never been on a plane? What? Wow. Oh my gosh, that's a miracle. That's a miracle. I've never met anybody who's never been on an airplane before. Wow, that's amazing. No, 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 no. Bugger off. Please stop. I'll be off in like a little bit, okay? Just chill. I'll be off in a little bit. Chill. No. Go. Hold your awesomeness back. Yes, it's eking it out. It's little doses of it. Little tiny doses. Girl, I had that same thing happen. When I went to the last shop that I was at, I was there in full Cody mode. And people had to, be made aware of who I am, and not because they were taking it all wrong. Everybody was taking it wrong. And I was like, okay, I came in hot, real heavy and hot, too fast, too much. This next shop, I did it a little bit more easy. And now I'm starting to let real Cody kind of seep out a little bit. So she's kind of coming out just a little bit now. But in the beginning, I was real just kind of sit back and let them show me what the temperature of the shop is. So I'll adjust and then I'll just kind of meld in. Anyway, what is it ever about? It's, look, he's hungry and he's being a nuisance is what he's doing. He was getting up where he shouldn't have been. What else was that? He was probably trying to get up in the windowsill and the windows closed. And so there's a lot of things that he could and did knock over to make that happen, and still was unsuccessful. Ended up falling backwards because he couldn't get up in there and everything crashed. So that's what that was. You've flown a small plane, rode in the big ones? Oh, I get you. I see what you're doing there. Gotta get some ink in your skin. I know. I'm really ready. I'm so ready for my next tattoo, girl. Outside of Texas to a concert. You've never been to a concert? Sammy. Oh my gosh, you are an anomaly. Lisa's never been on a plane either? What? Wow. My dad was a pilot. Well, he was like, he learned how to fly. And then he was a helicopter. Then he learned how to fly helicopters. And then he was a helicopter flight instructor. So I was practically raised in the air. And then my ex-husband piloted and was a director of maintenance for aircraft. And so the aviation world continued. So I've spent a lot of time in airplanes. I have been all over this country. I have been, I lived in Hawaii for a year. The only way to get there is by boat or plane. I did not take a boat. You've only been to one concert? Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. I mean, it was. I was the coolest kid in the neighborhood when my dad was landing airplanes in the field. And I'm like a little kid. And I'm like, that's my dad. It was awesome. It was. And he would pick me up from middle school to go flying. He would pick me up for school and be like, you want to go fly? And I'm like, okay. Yeah. I'd be in helicopters like, wee, with the doors off, hanging out of the sides. It was so awesome. It was cool. I've been to many concerts. I've passed out in the lines to get into concerts. I went to Lollapalooza 96, Blockbuster Rock Fest. I've been to 2 Ozfests. What was that? Dave Matthews Band. The White Stripes. My friend had tickets to the White Stripes, and I went to see them. I saw Perfect Circle. That was pretty cool. Maynard pulled his penis out on stage. I was in the upper deck. You could see it from up there. I was like, is that his? That's a weenus. Maynard's got his thing out on stage. Okay. All right. So I've seen the Perfect Circle's lead singer's package on stage. Anyway. It was weird. I'll never forget it. What else? Yeah. Perfect Circle. The lead singer of Tool. I've seen his thing. The lead singer of Drowning Pool, Dave from Drowning Pool, he hit on me. And then he overdosed on a bus. He hit on me. He offered me concert tickets and gave me his cell phone number and said if I ever wanted tickets, give him a call. And I was like, nope. No. It's a whole lot of no. No, thank you. I think I was 23 at the time. Remember, you started fighting fires at 16, had school and 5 acres of farming. That's true. That's very true. Yeah, different folks, different strokes. I had hippies for parents. So, yeah. My dad was a drummer, so music was very important. Music, my father's a Gemini, my mother's an Aquarius. So independence and free thinking was very, very is like heavily pushed. Heavily pushed. So I be forgetting. Not everybody's like me. I have to remember that too. When I see some of these stories on here, I'm just like, what? From your mother? What? Your dad did that? What? I see some wild stuff and I have to remember, yeah, not everybody's like me. Oh, interesting. You didn't want to go, but you did for her. Okay. Well, that's a good one. That there is a good one. I will say that he is the one in the 90s that made me dip into country for just a little bit. It was Garth and Not Randy Travis. I couldn't give a hill of beans about him. He was too romantic and lovey. I didn't like that. What was the one he was the redhead with the mustache and he sang fun stuff. He sang fun stuff. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets harder than a hoochie coochie. Well, I learned how to live and I learned how to talk and I learned how to live. A little bit of loving now. Wait, what is that song? Who is that? Who sings that? That redheaded dude with the mustache. I liked his stuff. He was fun. I liked fun country. Raised on others' couch and surfing since 13. That's cool. Now, I love that. That's fun. Not the raised on others' couches. Oh, couch surfing. I thought you meant you slept on couches and you were surfing since you were 13. Sorry, my bad. You've been couch surfing since you're 13? Wow. See, and I did leave. Alan Jackson, thank you. Yes, it was Alan Jackson. Yes, I left at I left the home at 15. I did. I left home at I think it was 14, and then it was 14 or 15, somewhere in there. I actually got sent to like a juvenile detention center when I was a kid. I got sent to juvie, and then because I kept running away from home. Yeah, I thought I had it so bad. I just wanted my dang independence. I wanted to get out there. But then when I got out there, it chewed me up and spit me out. But I just wanted to get out there so bad. And when I did, every stinking time, it chewed me up and spit me out. And I'd go crawling back home to mom and dad. And then I'd get tired of their rules and go back out there and get chewed up, spit out, and go back home. I'm just so stubborn. So that was my little bit. That's just me being a brat, though. It wasn't like it was put on me. I did it to myself. I have a real struggle with authority. I struggle with authority so bad. Do any of y'all have that? I just really have a big issue with authority or authoritative figures or people shoving, a bunch of regulations and guidelines on you whenever you're looking around and you're like, yeah, but I don't really see a whole lot of, conformity around me. So why do I got to conform if nobody else is? Anyway, I have a problem with authority. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for that. Well, I have amazing parents that are more than willing to open up all their wealth of information that is never listened to by this wood. So if you ever need a parental, my parents are happy to, they're like, yeah, what you need? What do you want to know? I'll be happy to offer anything I can think of if I've got it. You have issues and learned the hard way. I forced it on myself. It wasn't forced on me. I forced it on myself. But no, I had a pretty good childhood. It was pretty good. I don't know what the hell my deal is with authority. I have no idea what that is. I know it's in my chart. I know it's all in my chart. Something about, my struggle to conform and adhere. And if I do, it's not for very long. It's very short-lived where I'm compliant and doing things your way. Because then I start to have opinions. And if my opinion is not received, then I leave. If my opinion is not received, then I leave. Oh, of course. No worries. Yeah, they're awesome. And no, we're truly blessed. And I do realize that, and I actually went home one of the times that like in my mid 20s and actually let them know how, I actually had it pretty good. And I overdid it. I should have just chilled out, but I didn't. And now we have the mess that I am today. Has to learn everything the hard way. But anyway, Garth warns people about being in a relationship in the extended version of Thunder Rolls. Oh. I it takes me a minute to get the metaphors, all the metaphors. There's a ton of metaphors and innuendos that are in country. It's either a very direct message or there's a lot of what is it? It's like storytelling that can be taken any kind of way. There's like a lot of slices to take the pie out. But yeah. Welcome back. Yeah. Faux show. Okay. All right, my darlings. Where are we at? 2:10? Okay. We're at 2 hours. 2 whole hours. Crikey. Okay, it's 11:11 where y'all are. Happy 11:11, kids. Over on the east side, it's 11:11. Is it 1:11 in Australia? My mom would not even get Social Security card until I was 18. Wow. That's interesting. I didn't get my license until I was 18 either. I didn't need it. Again, a spoiled brat. I guess I am. I had friends. I had a brother. My parents, everybody took me everywhere I needed to go. I had a boyfriend for a while who had a car. He would always come pick me up and take me everywhere. I had rides to work. I had my friends would come take me anyway. I could walk or ride my bike. I didn't need it. By the time I was 18, though, everybody was really tired of me. They're like, okay, we're going to college. Bye. No more car here. And then I think my mom started an office job or something, so she needed her car sometimes, but we were sharing a car. We're sharing a car again. 1:11. I knew it. A read on Garth and the missing people. I don't do celebrity readings. You didn't get yours until you're 18. That's funny. Me too. Your mom was smart. Your mom's a very smart lady. Had to buy your first car, otherwise I would not appreciate it. That's true. And then she kicked you out because you I got kicked out for some dumb things that are now like, trust me, we've all had the apology tour later in life, because in hindsight, looking back, we're all just kind of figuring it out, and everybody was operating on emotion, like raw, pure emotion. That's all we were running on. And looking back now, we can realize that, and we see that very clearly because we're so open-minded and we're so self-aware. Self-awareness is a great tool for evolution. It's a fantastic tool for evolution. That's why people who are not self-aware never evolve. They're always like looking for somebody to blame and trying to avoid the triggers versus just dealing with the damn trigger. They're just going to be in run and flight for the rest of their life. Run, Forrest, run. Run. We're going to get you with our boogeyman honesty and our accountability. Boo. Now, I did appreciate my vehicles just because it took so long to get them. But like my first car was bought for me, but it was only $4,000. I mean, it wasn't much. It was an old used car, but it was bought for me. And then I was going to beauty college, so I kind of earned it as mine. And then I quit going to school, and my dad tried to take it back, and then he was like, never mind, just keep it. And I was like, more of those emotions. But I did go back and finish because I'm not a beauty school dropout. I always get kicked down a little bit, but I go back and I finish what I start. I did that with high school, and I did it with beauty college. I did a lot of things. My goal setting, Spanish. I failed the first time, went back. Hablo poquito español con los niños porque entiende que mi hija. Mi español es de que bueno. Muchísimas personas. I get many compliments on my Spanish and my knowledge of it. So I was not going to be defeated. But those that refuse to grow cannot come with me. They sit and they stay and they churn in the resonance of eternal stagnation. How boring. How boring, darling. Absolutely boring. All right. Cool. What's your X? No awareness, no growth. Some people, it's work. Not everybody can or likes to work. And that takes work. It takes awareness. And awareness takes accountability. And accountability takes, I don't know. I guess only the really strong can have accountability and be vocal about it, even be so bold as profess it out loud. Some people will just quietly to themselves have accountability and just quietly correct the situation, and they'll do it not where they were, but in a different situation so that people just think that they came that way. All in all, they have a trail of destruction behind them that got them to the point to where they are now. They're just, consuming information to evolve eventually. Snippets and pieces of it just to kind of, slice together a human from a mess. Your parents would not let you in any sooner than that. Interesting. Accountability is everything. All right, my kiddos. 4 of us in here. We're few but mighty. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I got to go get a shower and get in the bed. Frankenstein. She's alive. She's alive. Weird Science. I love that movie. I was so going to become a book. I love Weird Science. So good. There's my son. I'm so happy you're one of the people hanging out. I'm so happy about that. I just feel so much joy when it's like, I know where my kid's at. You're safe. I got an eye on you. I know you're good. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Yeah, he's right there. Goodbye. You're still standing? I love it. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Good night. Good night. There it is. Go say bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Good night. I gotta get mommy to bed. I need to cuddle. It's sleepy time. Oh, I miss you more. I miss you more. I'll be back very soon. You've got to toilet and give meds. Try to get your motorcycle inside. It's pouring. Oh my God. Post timestamps. Oh, you don't have it's. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. If you don't get around to it, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it if you don't get around to it. It's all good. Yes, I brought my jars. I'm doing moon water. I'm definitely doing moon water. Come hell or high water. It's going to be raining again. It was raining last time, but I'm going to get my freaking moon water for sure. Definitely. I got my jars ready. So mwah. I love you all. I thank you so much for hanging out with me, giving me a piece of your evening. I am so honored and grateful. If any of you are watching the replay, be sure and put replay in the comment section and where you're watching from. Then I'll know you made it all the way through this 2-hour and 20-minute chit chat with momentary pieces of tarot. If you're interested in a personal private reading, all that information is on my website. Also in the link tree, how to find me on my other platforms. If you're ever interested in a live reading, all those buttons are there as well. I thank y'all again. Have a beautiful next couple of days, and I will see you all very soon. Be good. Oh, and hit that like. Absolutely. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like, and do consider becoming a part of my soul family. All my soul family members, they have exclusive access pretty soon. Once I get all my work people, get them on the same page as me, a schedule is coming. A schedule is coming. I think I'm doing away with a couple of my other platforms, so I'll be here a lot. Big hugs, everybody. And subscribe. Hit the like. Thank y'all. Mwah. Have a good night. See you soon. Bye.